think I'm a man. I mean, don't you think you're a man? I'm a great man today. I'm a today's man, right?
Yeah, of course you are. I think we're both perfect examples of guys who...
I wouldn't do well as a caveman, right?
No, but I mean, you know, being a man today means a different thing than it did at any time through history. Being a man today means being a confident dude with who you are, but also not being afraid to take care.
You gotta take care of yourself today.
Take care of what you got.
It's not cute if you look like a caveman.
No, because guess what? If you're not taking care, you're a boy.
I don't think men have ever been relaxed about their appearance, but I think that society has been very rigid about the role of men. Those rules have been lifted.
What does manliness mean? You're gonna get different answers. You're gonna get answers that are very cartoonish examples of masculinity.
I would be maybe the worst guy in the world to ask that question to.
We don't have barbers, we don't have bartenders, we don't have anything. I like my chick jobs and my dude jobs. Chicks flying planes, dudes working at the salon. What the hell's going on?
We've never had this in history.
People will definitely judge you by the way you look. Hair has always signified power.
You know who had a great beard? George Bernard Shaw.
If they only knew how foolish they looked.
I think we're becoming more preoccupied with our looks.
Real men don't hang out with models, and they don't tweet.
All this crazy grooming, it ain't healthy and it ain't right.
Back, sack, and crack. All right.
Are women turning men into Barbies?
Well, I think a lot of women today want men to man up.
When it comes to grooming, fashion, body image sorts of issues, men retreat toward those types of body images that further differentiate women from men.
The mustache. If you create a persona, then that's what you have to stick with, because no one is going to recognize you, or no one's going to want to see you as the other thing.
Mustaches. You know, a big feature of the 70s, probably should have stayed there.
It's been a part of my life for 35 years now.
I think facial hair is very sexy, or not.
I feel like it's something that men can do that women don't do.
Mustaches on men, I usually think of perverts, quite honestly.
I love it. I love facial hair. I think it's really exciting. It's a really exciting way to prove that you're an adult.
Handlebars on a man make them look like a douchebag.
The origin of the mustache came, I was doing a show for MTV a few years ago called I Bet You Will.
I bet you will, coming at you. We got more money to give away right now. And who wants to take some home? I'll give you another $100 to suck down that other pint of clam juice. 20 seconds, on your marks. Get set, go.
We all pooled our money and decided to see who could grow the best porn star mustache. And so after 6 to 8 weeks, we kind of all came back to the first day of shooting with our porn star mustaches, and I had this, you know, fantastic handlebar horseshoe representation, and lost to a guy who had a much better cop/plumber coming to fix your pipes kind of mustache. Well, once I grew it out, it was one of those where I kept it through the whole season of shooting as we were shooting the show. And when we were done shooting, I was like, I kind of like it. I'm gonna embrace my inner porn star and ride it out.
I think a lot of people, when they think mustache, they think kind of skeevy child molester or pedophile, right? And I think, you know, if you want to grow a mustache, doesn't necessarily mean you're a deviant.
You know, a guy with a mustache needs to be a guy that has a cigarette dangling out of his mouth and working in a factory. I don't like a guy with a mustache that's walking around Williamsburg with his listen to clap your hands, say yeah.
And then certain guys just look like an idiot. I look like an idiot. I look like I'm playing an undercover cop in a sketch comedy when I try to grow a mustache.
Many people look ridiculous in mustaches. You've always worn one well, and I would tell you if I thought you looked ridiculous, and you can tell me, because this does look ridiculous.
No, I think it works.
But I think early, when I had no money to promote what I was doing, nobody knew who I was, I came up with a look because it was a way to sell it. It gets me jobs. It does. It's just part of it. I would shave it one day, two ways. One, if I was ever going to commit a crime and go underground, which I might.
Yeah.
Because if I shaved it off and wore a baseball cap and this old wig I have that Stephen Dorff wore in Cecil B. Demented, it has bangs, and I put it on, and it really, I look like a pervert, way more. And then I also thought my final appearance, like if I really wanted to give the audience what they deserve, my last shred of sanity, I would have a nervous breakdown on stage and shave off my mustache and eat it. And that was how I would retire then. So I think of different theatrics I can do with it.
I'd pay to see that show.
Yeah, well, okay.
Yeah.
That'll be my last one.
Okay.
You can't let the moustache wear you. You've got to wear the moustache. And when you own it, you project a totally different energy and sense of purpose. But, you know, owning your pencil-thin moustache is very different to owning a trucker. I mean, that's a different quantum. Throughout the ages, there's been this sense of authority with having a mustache. I think it's a sign of masculinity and leadership.
Those coarse follicles are the very essence of masculinity. What many people don't know is how common the moustache is in nature. For example, some Mexican mollyfish have a moustache. Researchers found that female mollies will only breed with the mustachioed males. There's also the emperor tamarin, the Inca tern, and finally, the walrus.
Tastes like good, hot Quaker oatmeal.
Human moustaches also come in all shapes and sizes. The pencil thin, the chevron, the Salvador Dali, the Fu Manchu, you've got your handlebar, and perhaps even more daring, the petite handlebar, and of course, the toothbrush.
Deep down and secretly, every guy wants to know what he looks like with a mustache. And, you know, too often, you know, people will grow out a beard, and as they're shaving it down, they'll shave it into different styles of mustache just to check it out for that moment in the mirror. Morgan and I were workshopping ideas around how he could tangibly get involved in Movember. He couldn't shave on the 1st of November, and he's had this iconic moustache for 8 years. So we came up with the concept of reverse Movember, where he puts a bounty on his moustache in terms of the amount he's going to raise, and if he hits that, he's going to shave down on the 1st of December.
So I just want to get a little of the length taken off of the hair because I'm getting a little poofy.
Okay.
I'll just take a little bit out. So Eli, what do you think of this mustache? You think it's all right?
Yeah.
You think mustaches are good on fellas? It's a good thing for mustaches?
Yeah, very good.
How's it gonna look when I shave it off?
If you shave it off?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. It's good for you.
You don't think it's gonna look good?
Not good for you.
You think I should keep it too? Yeah. That's 2 votes. two votes from 2 barbers.
How was that?
It was great, man.
Awesome.
Although Eli told me I shouldn't shave off my mustache.
I mean, it fits you. You know, it fits you. You know? It looks good.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You're welcome. See you.
When all 3 guys in the barbershop tell you not to shave it off, that's, I'm like, really? How ugly am I if I really should keep this?
With Morgan, I feel like it's more, he exudes a sort of a particular kind of energy that sort of transcends anything he could do with his hair or or his face.
I like it when anybody keeps something like that's that kind of specific longer than you think they're going to. Because then it comes with its own air of authenticity, as opposed to seeming gimmicky.
You do start to become tied to things. You start to become tied to a look. You start to become tied to an identity. And, you know, ultimately, I don't want my identity to be hinged upon a mustache. You know, I would rather my identity be hinged upon, you know, my work. This is the celebration that is the end of Movember. You know, over the last month, people all across the country and around the world have been raising money for prostate cancer research, and I was one of those folks. What if I raised money to get people to actually let me shave off this mustache that I literally have not had off my face in about 8 years? So tonight will be the first time that some of this skin will have seen like fresh air in almost a decade. Here we go, you ready?
Here it comes. Oh, feels so weird washing my face with no mustache on. I do look 10 years younger, but I'm 10 years younger with a giant forehead and receding hairline. All right. Best part is, it'll grow back.
You know, I kind of just look like everybody else now. You know, that's the thing, is like I kind of just, you know, what I loved about my handlebar is that nobody had that handlebar mustache, you know.
These are all the people that occupy Lego Street.
You know, now it's like I actually look more like my son, which is probably what my son is more freaked out by. You know, he was totally fine. We were playing, you know, just hanging out, watching cartoons. The minute I pointed out that I shaved it off and he realized, oh my God, it's gone, he like lost it.
I didn't want you to shave it.
And then what happened?
I did not want you to shave it.
But how do I look though without it?
You don't look any good.
No, but is it okay? Oh, buddy, what?
I don't want you to shave your mustache off.
Oh, it's okay. You didn't even notice it. You didn't even notice it till just now. You didn't even notice it. Do I still look like Daddy? Do I still look like Daddy? Look. Come here, buddy. You didn't even notice it till I just said it. There hasn't been a lot stuffed into that brain yet as a little kid. So the things that are in there are like, you know, are like Legos, toys, playground, mustaches. Oh my God, the mustache is gone. Ah! You want to ride on my shoulders?
Well, I'm gonna carry.
How's that? Lincoln wasn't very happy with the lack of mustache, so he asked me to wear this one. So now I've got a replacement mustache. How's my replacement mustache, Lincoln?
It's good.
It's good.
Will, let me ask you a question. Mustaches are cool for dudes, but have you ever dated a gal that's got a little action up top?
You know what? I actually dated a gal who was from the continent, from Europe. And she was, I'm not gonna say she was mustachioed, but...
Or mustached.
Or it would be mustachioed.
Would it really?
Yeah. But she had hair on her upper lip a little bit, and she had this bleaching...
Strategy.
Great, bleaching strategy, which was a cream. That was her strategy. It was applied with a stick. It looked like a tongue depressor.
So she let you watch this?
No, I forget how I found out about it, but she also did her forearms, which I thought was very strange.
She probably had to fight a couple of dudes to date her, right?
I'll tell you what. She was a very sexy lady. She was half Spanish and half French.
Half Wookiee, too, it sounds like.
Yeah, well, she had hair under her arms. I mean, she was French. I think I mentioned that.
You ever get a look at her back?
I never did. I felt it once.
People often ask me about my beard and, like, you know, why do you have a beard? And I always say, would you ask Adrian Brody why he has a giant nose? It doesn't make any sense, but I do say that.
I think facial hair in general is person to person.
A girl said that she preferred the beard. Who said that? Many women told me they preferred the beard.
I'm definitely a full beard girl.
I think beards are a lot of upkeep, but if you look good with a beard, it's a really good look for some people.
I think facial hair is something that is a slippery slope with people.
Sometimes the beard explodes in like a wrathful, huge bushiness.
I will say that I have been unwillingly kissed by a man who had a beard, and that was a little bit unpleasant, more so for the beard than for the kiss.
We definitely have an epidemic in our culture where
man-aged human males are stuck in kind of boyhood. This is just how a human male looks. You know, I don't fit into like the traditional like, oh, he's got a, you know, job and a nice car and, you know, clean shaven.
What's this? Pretty good beards to see in Walnut Creek. What's going on? It's something I don't know about.
Most impressive.
Oh, thank you.
Really, really good.
How you doing?
This is a Swedish contingency band here.
Yeah?
Absolutely, yeah.
Have you thought about competing?
Competitive facial hair, or as I might need to start calling it, beard building, is a sport insofar as bodybuilding is a sport, in that you work for a long time on sculpting and building and nurturing something, and then the actual sporting event is you showing it. Obviously, some beardsmen's training is a little less athletic than others, but it's still a sport nonetheless. The way to get the best beard is to be in the best health. My first law of facial hair, healthy man, healthy beard. I wake up in the morning and, you know, I think about dietary decisions and I think about what am I doing to my body, what's going in, and, you know, am I stressed out, these sort of things. It just so happens that the residue of a healthy lifestyle can be good hair on the head or on the face. Training is almost like a meditation. And if you get serious about something, you put in the time and, you know, you see the results over time.
He's a slave to his beard. So therefore, I think it's defeating. If your beard controls you, then you're in trouble.
People often ask, you know, why is my head hair different than my facial hair? And like, this is my boy hair that I was born with, and this is my man hair when I became a man. And this is a tool that I can express man. I mean, it's just pure man.
People have associations, historical associations, and personal associations to the beard. So they look at a face and they either think Santa or they think Satan. And you as the bearded man have no idea how you're being read.
All of men's facial expression evolved for signaling. There's all kinds of other animals who do not have beards because that wasn't linked with courtship and with winning.
I don't think it's helping having a beard down to your waist. It may be, I don't know. I'm sure there's some job that calls for that, but me personally, it's not something I would do.
I think you're controlled by your look, you know, as far as you let it be, you know, as far as what you do, and what you do is sometimes about your line of work. It's not all about your work, it's who you are. Oh, that sounded good.
It did.
Got it down. Somebody rock me.
So this is my makeshift trophy case, and I'd like to show you a few of my trophies. Over my beard career, I have amassed 2 first-place world titles, 1 third-place world title, 6 best in shows, some first places in divisions that I've done. Probably my most prized one. This is my first place natural full beard from the 2007 World Beard and Mustache Championships. It allowed me to write my book. It allowed me to think about going pro, and it also solidified me as like a world-class beardsman, and that this is what I was going to be doing. Beardsman, beard and sportsman put together. My experience, my beard, like I said, you know, I've been slacking, but I'm tightening up my game, and I think I know I still have it. The next couple months, the goal is to go to beard competitions and win, and to do well, to rack things up, to kind of go and prosper and promote the competitions, and of course myself.
I think beard and mustache competitions are, for lack of a better word, pretty gay. Like, I mean, that's something I don't know. It's something I'm definitely not interested in, and I think it's probably just a huge waste of time.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like any form of visual competition, because you know, I always thought I was like a goofy, non-physical person as a kid, so I kind of went in my head a little bit. So I see nothing different between bearding and the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue.
I know for a fact it's not a real sport, and I would never ever be considered a professional athlete in any category, any way. Not even, you know, bowling.
Okay, are we moving on to the full beard, or are we doing we're going full beard? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going full beard right now. This is the big one.
Sometimes I'll go to a competition though, and you know, it's this like local yokel thing.
Some kind of drum roll music or something?
And I'll clearly have the best beard, and they'll give it to somebody because Americans are so hard up about the underdog.
Okay, here we go.
And that just makes beard competitions look stupid.
The bloodline is safe. I successfully defended my title.
You should try the Mojo Cheddar.
Oh, I got one of those.
Aren't they good?
What are you hiding under that beard, honey?
You know, the Americans, I feel like the biggest thing they can gain is to go see how the elder statesmen, the Europeans, have been doing it for 20 years. I'm in Leogang, Austria for the European Beard and Mustache Championships. This is it. This is what I live for. This is me in my element. Drinking coffee in a small suburban shopping mecca. That's not me. That's just, you know, taking a little break in between world conquest and exciting travel. And coming to the Alps, this is stuff some people will never see in their life. It's the setting that every fairy tale ever took place in. And to come see it and see that it's real, it's almost as if those fairy tales are real. And it's not that the fairy tales are real, it's just that they could be real. Yeah, of course. How you doing?
Do people
You
something
guys-
like that here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Then they get,
Do you want to touch you?
yeah, and you know, and it's like if I just ran up to you and grabbed your breasts, you'd be,
Oh, perfect.
you'd be offended, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Does it look like a Viking?
No!
Get filing. No, he pulled on my beard. They do that a lot, man? Yeah, this is when shit goes down, yeah. Hey, you wanna die? Yeah. I'm starting to worry a little more. I mean, it's the Bavarians who are the full beard natural guys.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's true.
I am going.
Now you're worried that it's
now
rigged.
it's not only a home field advantage. This is like their category and their contest. Ooh, man.
Yeah.
I would be thrilled to win this. Beard Team USA is America's team that represents the United States in international competition. I think the sport is at a point where I don't need to say that I'm an American champion. I need to be on the front line blowing the sport up. So much of this is in the mind. And I go into these competitions of the mind that I've already won. That's going to affect how I walk, how I smile, how I digest my food, you know, like my skin tone, everything. And I get into my Zen space, and I just become a rock. Who was sitting here before me? A competitor?
Kiri.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Just wanted to know what the chi was that I was sitting in.
Tea?
The chi.
Chi.
You know what I mean?
What's chi?
Who's
Aura.
Today's about the energy, Phil.
Oh, okay.
I put on some weight. I wasn't able to tighten it up before I came, and you know, the shoulders are pulling a lot, and the sleeve length has now been affected by my substantial girth in my chest and shoulders and upper back. I'm gonna go work the room.
I saw the book.
Yeah.
Where you made it?
Yeah. It's doing very well in America.
Yeah.
I need to translate it to German.
Eh,
Oh, yeah, here.
Okay.
And you just tell me it's you and I'll sign it for you.
Okay.
Danke. So I'm walking around and I see the former European champion who's also the German champion. And his beard, though it is not extremely long, is perfect. And it matches his hair and it works with his costume. And so what you get is like the purest form of just outlandish character. And that's why he has done very well for himself.
Als nächstes haben wir die Startnummer 8, Gerhard Schmidbauer. Dann bitte die Startnummer 3 zur Jury, Franz Pill. Und die 10. Dann haben wir die Startnummer 13, Jack Passien.
Really, masculinity is performed for the evaluative eyes of other men. It's really other men who we really need to validate, check us out, legitimate our sort of performance of masculinity.
Ich darf auf die Bühne bitten vom Badclub Ostbayern mit 44 Punkten, Ernst Schuster. Auf dem zweiten Platz mit 48,5 Punkten vom Badclub Schönberg, Franz Pill. Und das freut mich ganz besonders. Mit 49 Punkten heißt der Sieger vom Bierteam USA, Jack Passion.
Hell yeah, I won. Nailed it.
In some ways, it's just another win. It's just another trophy. But at the same time, it's a very significant win because this marks the first time that an American has been a European champion. You know what Schopenhauer says? In the spirit of our trip here, Schopenhauer would say that life is a pendulum that swings between suffering and boredom. And I'd rather be bored winning beard competitions than continue to suffer as a boring, normal man.
The man who will be the master of ceremonies this afternoon. You've seen him on Good Morning America. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jack Passion.
I'm not worried about any other beards now. I just want to continue to push myself. If a man can reconcile himself with the world enough that he's free to grow and be himself with his own beard, then fantastic.
When do you think they started shaving, right? I mean, the advent of the razor must have been recent?
I'd say, no, I think it's about a couple hundred BC.
Really? Is that the date? Do you know your dates?
I think that one of these guys grabbed a piece of copper.
Copper? Don't you think it would have been a stone first, before they started working with metals?
It was actually shells.
That sounds like a good guess. I have met a few sharp shells.
You know,
So you go up, huh? You don't get ingrowns when you go up? You don't have like a regular
I do.
pattern that you do?
I do, but I mix it up. I think that life is about.
So don't put me to sleep right now.
I thought you were like, hey, why don't you give me your
Tips on shaving?
Tips
no,
on
I'm all
life.
set, thank you. No. I've hit 42 all by myself, thanks.
That's not true. You had a lot of people pulling for you, Jason.
I sure did, didn't I?
Yeah. And I was one of those people for a while.
Like, what do you think works best with my face? Because this has been
Oh,
not
like,
doing well for me.
A hood would be good, or like a balaclava would be great for your face. Big sunglasses. Look at that.
Maybe just a trim.
Fantastic.
All right, let's get to the next step.
Okay.
Of course, all men were furry, but there's some evidence that even 100,000 BC, men were using clamshells to pluck out hair. and later on flint to scratch it off.
Men have always been interested in looking good. I mean, you'll see men in Africa who put clay in their hair. It takes them 20 hours to get that hairdo absolutely right. You'll see people with all kinds of filed teeth and scarification and very fancy beads and feathers and necklaces. Around the world, men have been decorating themselves. I think what's happening now in the United States is men are finally allowed to decorate themselves.
Pal Premium rides through whiskers on a film of liquid ball bearings to take friction out of shaving.
When shaving products were introduced, manufacturers went out of their way to make them sound very masculine, not feminine, it's never a moisturizer, it has to be an aftershave.
Brute by Fabergé. After the game, after anything.
Conaway, the men's cologne from France. For men who aren't kids anymore.
And before, there was just a few products. Maybe you had deodorants, and you had a few aftershaves or shaving gels, and that was it.
There's no question that all manner of grooming and self-improvement and body modification is on the rise among men.
So they're shaving oils, they're beard washes.
There's companies that are making products, moisturizers for men.
How did you find this moisturizer?
I found it a bit too watery, I have to say.
Grooming products, hair coloring, all kinds of products like that are showing dramatic growth.
What is the fashion-forward man wearing this fall? Pantyhose.
What?
So that is sort of the birth of these products, which become a billion-dollar industry.
So I think some men like it, but I think some men are just like, this is overwhelming. Don't want anything to do with this.
Yeah, shower gel. That's another one of those things. What the f***'s the difference between shower gel and shampoo? Like, you think your pubes know the difference between a shot of shampoo and a shot of shower gel, or your underarms do? Like, we have to have two separate products. They're essentially the same products, if they smell just a little bit different. I mean, how dumb are we buying all this shit?
Axe body spray. It's like, whatever, you know what? Give me something with some meat on its bones, like aqua velva. What the fuck does that mean? Aqua velva. Skin bracer. You hear the word skin bracer, and that goes with it. It's like, oh, it stings. So you know it's working. Yeah, you don't have that anymore. I'm gonna get a welt on my face.
This name actually came to me probably about 2 years ago. I was sleeping, I had a problem, and I needed to come up with a solution.
Did you receive those samples that I sent you last week of our product, Fresh Balls?
My name's Brooke Frank. I live here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we launched a product called Fresh Balls.
Well, let me explain it to you. What it is it's a product that you use for the groin area that keeps the sweat down and keeps you feeling dry and keeps you fresh and dry all day.
And it's something that, guys wear every day. Literally, they brush their teeth, they put their Fresh Balls on. It's just part of getting ready for the day. Before Fresh Balls, they were using powders, talcum powder, which talc is carcinogenic, so it's one thing that I've made sure to keep out of my product. But the problem with powders is it clumps up. So once you start sweating, it's like taking flour and baking. It just turns into clumps. And I don't know, I don't like clumps in my pants. I mean, that's just a whole nother problem that you've started.
Men's grooming has the craziest things. I think that there's no more secrets. There's no more secrets that men are doing things that are from anal waxing. Why? Like, why does a man need to wax his anus?
My dad always smelled like, when he would tuck me in at night, he smelled like garlic and diesel fuel. And it really smelled really beautiful to me. His hands would just smell like that because of his job. He sold diesel-covered garlic.
Yes, I have been the main product tester. We've gone through probably 50 to 75 samples just to get to the one that we like. Some of them cause some irritation, some burning, so it's been a rough ride. We are trying to quadruple our business. The first year we sold 30,000 tubes and not really knowing where to market to after the first year. We feel like we know how to market, where to market, who our demographic is, and we believe that we'll be in the retail chains within the next year also. We're testing out my product. It's called Fresh Balls. David, you've used it before, so you know quite a bit about it, but these guys that have never tried it before. So what I want them to do is go in, try it on, see what they think about it, you know, look at the residue, smell it a little bit, you know, try it, you know, a couple minutes, see how you like it, and then come back in and give me your feedback. All right? Oh, smell it. Tell me what you think.
There's a light scent to it. Yeah, I mean, it's not overpowering.
Yeah, very. All right, we're going right in there. All right? Have fun. You wash your hands, Jim?
Hi.
All right, welcome back. Thank you. Welcome back. There you go. All right, guys, so, you know, now I just want to have an open discussion, talk about the product, what you guys think about it.
A little bit squirted out, and then it was instantly drying. You know, you're trying to get it, and now it's in the pants.
You know, that was one of the big issues that I had. You know, it was the greasy, but it's actually not bad.
Feeling fresh? Good.
Yeah.
It's comfortable.
It's cleared up my bat wings.
Bat wings is when essentially your scrotum sticks to your legs and looks like a bat wing. Is it something that you would tell your buddies about? And feel?
Absolutely.
It definitely, you know, does what it says. It does. It keeps them fresh, keeps them dry. I use them in Florida in the most humid of weather, and you know, I think it did a fantastic job.
Okay. All right, guys, thanks a lot.
right, cool.
Appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
Thanks, David. You know, if I say, you know, here's my product, it's Fresh Balls, you don't say, what is that? It is. It is what it is.
I don't have any ear hair yet, though. How about you? You got any hair in your ear?
Not my ear. The nosies have been getting.
Yeah, they're
aggressive.
They mean business, right?
Yeah.
And you got to get in there. You got to either pull them or shave them, or.
Sure.
I still haven't met one of those buzzers that really works real well.
No, me neither. God, we've got a lot in common.
I think there's money in that. Tell me your name one more time.
It's Kevin.
Hey, Kevin. I think we were smart to share this room.
Me too.
You know, Deborah's giving us a twofer.
Yeah.
What part of the country are you from?
Oh, I just rolled in here from Indiana.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. I'm very lonely.
Well, Guy, I don't know if you've seen this, but I'm real happy.
I love your decoy, dude. I got it. I'm with you.
No.
Me too.
No need to wink.
Let's party.
No.
A guy with a hairy back at a pool party should be wearing a t-shirt because based on how our reader responds, a lot of women respond to it, they just don't like that look. And I feel bad for guys who have it. That's one thing they want men to get rid of, back hair.
Hair on my body. What you see on my head and a little around my pubic area, and that's about it.
Back hair seems to me to be associated with someone who's very unfit.
I don't really have back hair. I have a little bit of chest hair.
I have some body hair.
When I see a man who's like perfectly sculpted, perfectly waxed, and sort of like oiled up to a plasticky, you know, consistency, I just expect there to be no gonads.
I think a man who removes hair. Oh, I don't know. It's horrible. I don't know what to say about it.
I do the manscaping. I think it's appreciated.
I have two waxers, one for eyebrows and one for everything else.
To be honest, I don't even think I've ever even been with anyone with back hair.
I am letting it grow like a wild bushfire.
It's like a genetic prank that God plays on people. You know, I know a lot of guys suffer from it. It's just one of those things you have to deal with, really.
My name is Sean Navari. I'm 26 years old. I'm originally from Minneapolis, Minnesota, but now I live in Houston, Texas, and I've been a professional wrestler for the last 10 years. My character in the ring is, you know, obviously the foreign bad guy. You know. I'm an extremely hairy guy, which is very common of all, you know, Middle Eastern men. Yes, I am a mutant because out of every pore in my body, I have 2 hairs coming out. I think I have a couple spots where 3 hairs come out of every pore. Wrestling is the only thing I liked as a kid growing up.
Flair's a 13-time world champ. He deserves to get full time on the Monday Nitro, and Bischoff just got to let him go.
Any 5-year-old kid that watches wrestling on TV, it's like watching real-life Power Rangers. It's comic books come to life, and I couldn't become a superhero, so, you know, a pro wrestler is the next best thing. And I liked all the wrestlers that were in shape and had muscles and, you know, were shaved and were tan, and they had very colorful characters. They were great talkers. They were good in-ring performers, like Shawn Michaels. I liked a wrestler like Steve Austin, like The Rock, like Hulk Hogan, and I felt if I'm gonna be a successful wrestler, I might as well try and model myself and make myself look like the wrestler that I would have bought a ticket to see when I was a fan watching as a kid.
I think wrestling has always had to step up before the real world has, because wrestling, they've been doing this since the beginning of time. Guys, I mean, I hear Hulk Hogan talk about it all the time. You know, he used to have his wife have to shave his back too, and this is when he first started. You know, so it's from even way back then to all the way till today.
I thought I was vain and had to spend a lot of time on looking the way I do, and I think the guys put me to shame. I think they put a lot of the girls to shame, quite honestly. I mean, we're used to doing a little bit of hair and makeup, but what they have to go through, how much iron they have to pump,
Two more. Come on,
they're tan, and, you know, it really comes down to the hair. Just so much work.
You can't play the role of a professional athlete on television if you don't.
Right. I mean, you don't want to look like some high school kid out there.
No.
I mean,
And if the dude in the front row thinks he can kick your ass, why is he gonna buy a ticket to see you?
Absolutely.
One psychologist calls what's happening to men that we suffer from now what he calls the Adonis complex. We're supposed to look like Greek gods. Well, if you look at the statues of Greek gods, they didn't have lots of little curly hair on their chest. They were completely hairless.
But getting all your hair removed, once again, I really have no touchstone for that. I don't understand it, because the mindset to me is you're saying that women want to be with a hairless boy.
I'm not for removing body hair, because for me it serves an important purpose, which is it fills in the space between my breasts.
I pretty much have to shave every square inch of my body because that's what the other wrestlers look like. And the culture that is America and the Western Hemisphere, that is kind of what's been depicted to them as masculine and tough and strong and mighty. Usually I start with like my stomach, and then I work up to my chest, which sounds easy, but the hair grows in like 2 different directions, or maybe that's just me, I don't know, I've never shaved another man before. And then I shave like the hair off my fingers coming up, and then up my hands, up my wrists, up my arms, and up my shoulders as much as I can get. And then I get to my back eventually, where I have to call in, you know, an assist or a buddy to come in and help me shave my back.
That's your butt?
No, like the butt is like the shelf. That's the butt shelf.
I'm disgusted with myself.
That was actually one of the better performances I've ever had. See? Gives somewhat of the illusion of being in a little bit better shape than I actually am. I'm in Orlando for TNA Wrestling. What's up, Slick? They have me come down. They're gonna take a look at me, see if gears start spinning for a potential new project with wardrobe, with character, with crowd reaction. I'm sure they're playing around the truck with camera shots. We're trying to test out this new character. So now we have to get out of my comfort zone, and me and him have to construct not how, I guess in TNA, Sheik Abdul-Bashir wrestles, but how Sean Daivari wrestles in TNA. We've never seen that. So me and Pat have to put our brains together and construct this new guy. So these are like the trunks I use when I do the Arab stuff. When I'm not, you know, don't want the Arab heat, I'm just regular pro wrestler, which I'm thinking maybe for tonight, these are more like a science fiction military
That's cool.
type gimmick.
Those boots?
Yep.
Wristbands?
Yep.
Okay, so we know what you can do as being the antagonist.
Yeah.
So the thought process is, let's get you out of your comfort zone.
Sure.
What can you do? What can you deliver as far as being a fan favorite?
Right.
What can you do? Let's see what you can do. Can you get the people to love you?
Yeah.
Put your working boots on.
Okay.
And try to, you know, give us not unnecessary action, but establish the boundaries.
Sure.
And then go.
Time,
You know what I'm saying?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking 6.
You want to open with 6?
Yeah.
6
minutes.
with entrances, 4 in the ring.
Yep.
Okay.
If you don't get them there, you're not going to get them there.
Yeah.
So.
And then come right in.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Thanks,
got it.
Double J.
Got it.
And
Thanks,
I'll
bro.
hook up with you in a couple minutes.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
Good. Good.
Shave up.
Since I started wrestling, I've never not shaven my body. But, I try and keep it up and shave it and shave everything, because there's nothing worse than trying to go out there and tell a story and try really hard to put on a performance, and the only thing people can scream is shave your back or something.
I think that men are having an identity crisis, but I don't think that they know it. I think they're just feeling uncomfortable.
No, I don't think men are really having an identity crisis. It's hard. I can't really speak for all guys, though I often try to.
What happened is society basically told men, hey, stop this behavior. Stop boozing, stop carousing, stop fighting, stop fill in the blank. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Stop acting like a man, essentially.
What do you think makes a man?
What makes a man?
What makes a man?
I would say what makes a man, what constitutes manning up is taking responsibility for yourself. The age where you stop relying on your folks, whomever it was that brought you up, and you start making your own decisions about where you're going, about what you're doing. What do you think makes a man?
I wish I had your manly voice. I'd skip a few people in the line.
Oh, come on, Jason.
No, you're going lower there,
No, I'm not.
We're not doing truck ads.
Got it.
I think you've said it pretty well, taking care of adult stuff.
Guys like you and me, let's face it, we goofed around for a number of years.
Well, I don't know if you were probably playing a lot of grab ass and stuff. I started working pretty young.
Yeah, but you were all banged up on goofballs in those times, were you not?
Goofballs, you're talking about booze and some narcotics.
Sure.
Okay. That's fair, but listen, you guys gotta relax after work.
But it's interesting when you said a guy, you didn't say a man. That's my point.
I used to go to old-time barbers, and there's a couple of good things. There's a few things. They got the razor, and they got the strop. The strap. I thought it was called a strap. It's called a strop. I'm not making this up. It's a strap that's called a strop. It's confusing, but, And when they get the hot foam dispenser, and they do the back of your neck, you can hear it on the back. It feels awesome.
To say that somebody's like a barber is to say that somebody's like a stewardess. It's an antiquated term almost. There's nothing wrong with it, but flight attendant or hairstylist, it's all part of that kind of watered down George Carlin language thing, right? A barber.
It's a place where you can come and be a man for an hour, and, I feel like, as far as like the feminist movement, I feel that it kind of put men in a situation to where really they don't know where they belong anymore.
This is an old style shop. You just come in, because all of us are salon trained also, so pretty much whatever you want we can do. So all they have to do is tell us what they want and we'll take care of it.
There's the term that floats around, old school. This is old school. This is no frills. This is just you come in and get a haircut, listen to some good BS, and you're on your way.
Come in here, you can act like a man, you can read a Playboy book, and you can talk politics and tell a few lies, and it's fun. It's an experience. You into manscaping?
No, man, that's a new thing, though. These guys down in Vegas, I guess, they go to these ladies to get manscaped. That's degrading to our profession. They're doing stuff like that. They link it in with
What do they call a place like that? The bushwhacker? You get that camaraderie, and it's just a place where you can be a man.
This professor said the barbershops are third places.
Next, take out the razor.
You have your home, which is one, you have your work, which is two, and then a barbershop is a type of third place where every guy could go and talk amongst peers, and I think it's just good for mental health to have that as a society.
That's good. That's a good cut. You like it, right?
No doubt. We really become part of the extended family. We watch, I've cut guys who've gone from, teenagehood to college to get married to bringing their first child in to get a haircut. Although it's a place where a lot of men go, women have actually come up to me and say, I bring my son to this shop to be around men.
You want to bring this down.
Because they may not be around their father. So you just grow with them. You're invited to baby showers and weddings and, this is my barber. Some people even refer to me like, this is one of my best friends.
I go sit in a chair and I allow myself to be pampered. I sit in the salon chair and I put my head back and I let somebody shave me. My face, my head, everything. And it's like a mini vacation.
In D.C., there's a barber, one of the most famous barbers shops, and a lot of politicians go there. They burn your hair off that's the haircut, is they burn it. Yeah, I only know this because, what's that asshole's name? Pat Buchanan? He goes there. I've heard him talk about it before.
Every guy's haircut is based on one haircut. It's just a box. You put a box on someone's head and then taper the box in or round the box off. So it's all recycled.
Most popular styles, the high and tight, with the slick back part, low and tight with a pump. All the old 40s, 50s cuts were well known for doing them.
Most of the time when we consult for a haircut, for example, we like to know a little bit more than the hair. We like to know who they are, how do they live, what do they do, what designer they like to wear if they do so, are they jeans person, suit person, just to make sure we have a great harmony.
Cost of things, usually a basic haircut usually runs around $14. Anything else added to that's gonna run you a little bit more. Like if you get your beard trimmed, about $19. If I do a hot lather shave, we don't do them much anymore, but if I do, it's usually about $10 extra.
We are $12 for a haircut.
Hold on 1 second. My foot's totally asleep. And I got a bullet wound too.
There is different clients, there is different people who come. Some people just come to see us for a trim, some for a haircut, some come to see us for a completely makeover.
Good morning, good morning. Gila, Valentina, how's everything today? My name is Carmine Pizzacreta. To me, my thing is to make people happy. If I can make you happy, I love it. I've been in the United States for about 53 years. When a young person used to lose their hair, it was a disaster because they felt that they have no hair, and that for them, like including me, I feel my hair is everything for me. I'm vain, I think like everybody else. Man, a lot of people, they say the woman is a vain. Man, I think so. The man is more vain than woman.
I think we're becoming more preoccupied with our looks. I think we are being told that what we look like is not as acceptable as it once was.
A good haircut's really important for a guy. We judge men on it, and I'm not saying it's fair, but we judge him on it. We decide whether to give him our number, partly based on it.
In reality, the hair make you more a macho, make you more a man, make you more. You understand what I'm talking about? Yeah. They want to impress the lady, the woman, whatever, whoever they are. Good. They might gotta be open in the front.
It's open. Just to put it like this way, look. Okay. You don't gotta do much. That's it. See? The air conditioner is on because we're gonna die here.
They show to the air conditioner.
Yeah, you gotta do it, forget about it. Yeah, we're gonna die.
To be together for 48 years, we spend more time together than with our own wife.
In marriage, it don't last that long. Let's put it that way.
And if everybody is like this, like us, believe me, the world is in different shape. And we've been compared since, how old is your kid now?
My son is at 30 years old.
30 years ago.
30 years ago.
It was almost at the same time when we opened the shop here.
Yeah.
Okay, we cannot use a stock piece like this. looks great, looks beautiful, look like the hair growing. Okay, they're gorgeous, beautiful. Some of the people, the head is too big, too small, and we can't use this thing. We gotta make it custom made. And you see different sides. You can see how big is it, how small, different shape. In this business, you gotta be everything. You gotta be a designer, you gotta be a tailor, you gotta be you name it.
What is this, like a fiberglass mold?
Yeah, it's plastic patterns. We're doing this because doing this come perfection. And I think you, a person like you, want to be perfect. Fit to your head. I'm sorry you feel a little bit uncomfortable until just temporary. It's okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay. The water gotta be warm. You can make 2 coats of it, plaster Paris. It's gonna be hard. Okay, then you finish dry good. Robert, I'll see you in 15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. You want a coffee? You want a magazine to read, a newspaper?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I have been losing my hair since I was like 16. I mean, I've been like, it was like devastating back then because I was really into my hair. And this was like right when Rogaine was coming out. And I actually grew up in Kalamazoo, Michigan, where Rogaine was made. So like the doctor was like, well, I can put you on Rogaine. But I was just like, I can't be 16 and on Rogaine. So I decided just to like take my chances at that point.
That's why, like, see from the front, I look like I'm rocking hair. And so in my head, I'm not balding because I don't see it. But it's happening quickly, but it's from the back moving forward.
Michael Jordan did amazing things for men by saying you don't have to have that kind of bozo the clown thing. You can shave off your hair and be like, a cute ball like this, and be fine.
Michael Jordan, one of the idol over here, everybody think it's Michael Jordan, but not everybody look good, because a lot of them, they look terrible, special for people that have a longer nose, a big ears, a smaller head. You look ridiculous. And when they tell us that we look cool, I don't think they look that good. Very few people look good. If we got a round, bigger head, flatter nose, a small ears, they look good. But the rest is ridiculous.
It was magnificent because Carmine, I got to, when I came from Italy, and my cousin originally worked for another brother, which they have 2 locations, they had 2 locations. But what really I like it was a Carmine, because Carmine really, he had the way to take care of the customer. He loved his work in so many different ways. Carmine, he wanted to improve himself, and he took care of that on my part, because he said, Johnny, don't listen to the other guys. And even the boss, he told me, you are good. Don't let nobody put it down, because they, even if others improve it with what was at that time the style. And that's the way we started there.
This piece is beautiful. It's unbelievable. It used to look like they had grown.
Magnificent.
Like before it used to be a toupee, then it used to be a piece, then it used to be a system, and that's what it's all about. The system, we put on a head, and that time was a lot more thick. It's not like today. Today you cannot even tell. There was something amazing the way the industry changed. The technology is unbelievable. They have no reason, people, they have no hate not to wear something like this because to me they look great. What do you think, John?
What I think about, well, it's those days what Carmen is talking about was strictly we using tape on. You know, that it's like a double-faced tape.
John, we used to do weave,
Yeah,
1950.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. At the beginning, before that, and then it came to the weave.
Very fast.
Very fast, we got into the weave.
So you don't see nothing. You don't see nothing. I'm so happy. Oh, so match is perfect.
I can only see it from here, but
Make sure you call your wife before you go home. She's gonna be shocked.
She might not let you in.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh my God.
she don't recognize you. Say.
That's gotta be really. Oh my God. I love it.
Was it the biggest event in my life?
Yeah.
Forget it. Was it the?
It was against it, all the nation, and they went to contests from all over the world. And when they called him, oh my God, he was all the way up. I don't know, he flew it, but we jumped over it. It was the most exciting, a joyful thing. And for me, and for all these people that were there, they really love him.
It's great memories.
Great memories, yes. And you accomplish what you want in life. You're here as a purpose for each and every one of us this life. I know that you love everything you're doing. And you do with your heart. You really put yourself in. And that's what I like about you. And that's why I am with you until, you know, we're gonna be here to this earth.
Under the ground.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you,
John. Thank
for all everything you do for everybody.
You're making me feel good.
No, that's true. That's the truth.
I think that, you know, women want, first of all, they want their man to be happy. And oh my God. This is the kind of thing that allows me to do what I do. Coming and getting a good rub down.
I think if you take care of number one, then you're able to be a better partner.
A real man
is accountable,
Yep.
and he owns it, and he deals with consequences.
And he is able to be comfortable no matter what his situation is. He's like, hey, I'm comfortable with that.
Right.
You know, that's actually, thank you.
You tired of that?
It was actually weirdly a little uncomfortable at that moment.
You want to try a little chopping, Rebecca? Because I'm a little bit more of a man. I can handle that. Well, that's nice. That's nice. You take it, I'm a man.
Well, I can take it too. Go ahead, Vanity, do it again. I'm good. Come back, I can take it. Look at that. Oh, look at that. All you got, Vanity. Open her up. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Going to town. Nothing. My face, nothing.
Harder, Rebecca.
Don't hold back, Vanity.
Did you get up there and walk on?
Oh, yeah. Here we
walk
go. Yeah, sure.
There it is. Don't you get up on that table.
I can get up.
Don't you get up on that table.
Don't get up on that table?
You want to see her
sure?
walk on your back?
No, I don't.
I'm not gonna walk on your back.
Oh, she's gonna go ahead and mount me so she can get more leverage because
Oh,
I
here
can
we
take
go.
a little bit more.
Look at that.
There it is. I got the man's massage today.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because from where I'm sitting, you're a bottom.
I think you try to look good to meet a woman, or you try to look good so the woman doesn't run away. But the looking good for yourself, I find up.
A tremendous amount of my identity is broadcast through my look.
I don't think that you can tell anything about people's characters from the way that they look.
Image is everything.
I think a successful man could be defined in 100 different ways.
I think women are way more concerned about their looks.
Problem is, you have to kind of know who you are first if you're gonna do that.
Well, I will say that successful men have swagger.
I think if it looks like you tried really hard, I think it looks sort of bad.
First impressions says everything, or does it? Can we really tell who a person is by just looking at them?
My personality, my confidence is derived from my looks. When I feel like I look great, I feel fearless. We all know that it works for women, so why not work for men? So this is what I used to look like as a teenager, and this was a difficult time in my life. When we moved into the area that we lived, we were the only Sikh family. So I was the only guy in school that, one, had a turban that most people didn't even know what religion I was. They'd never seen it before. And two, I talked like this. So it was like, hello, how are you? So it wasn't a fun experience by any means. I had my turban till I was about, I would say, the age of 16.
Can I put gel in your hair?
Out of fear of disappointing my parents, I cut my hair gradually.
He used to wear white patka, we call it, small turban kind of a thing. And people used to call him Whitehead in school.
You know, when you get into your teenage years, you kind of start to think about, okay, we want to do what other kids do. And I think we were all going through the same thing, at the same time. I mean, I went and cut my hair. My sister went and cut her hair. Rick was the last one.
And I remember I went to the mall and I had my braid and he said, what kind of haircut you want? I said, you know what, just take a scissor and clip that. After I cut my hair, I started being more accepted into the society that we live in today. And as I became more accepted, my personality started to change. Everything, if I'm wearing a suit, the hairstyle is done slightly sophisticated. If I'm wearing a trendy outfit, the hair is done differently every single day. And also, you get tired of looking at yourself. So you want to do something that you see someone different every day, and it's a unique experience. Not only for you, for the people looking at you as well. I personally think I look masculine. What one person defines as masculinity is not what someone else may define as masculinity. I like doing masculine things. I like sports. I like everything that a normal guy likes, except that I just like grooming. I like going to the salon. I like taking care of myself. So for me, that's also very masculine.
I definitely think men are becoming more vain, and you can attribute that to a lot of reasons. Men's magazines are playing up on the insecurities of men, much like women's magazines have done for so many years, about their body image, the way they look. If you're not fit, you don't have the six-pack abs, you don't have good skin, you're not gonna be lucky with the ladies. So you have to do these things.
Men's Health magazine treats men the way women's magazines treat female readers, which is to say, get washboard abs, lose 10 pounds, dump that girlfriend, change your look, how to be better. And men flock to it.
If I was to say, from a scale to 1 to 10, how do I feel or how do I think I look? I would say about a 6.
I don't know. 1 to 10? It depends. I think I try not to look in the mirror that often. I've stopped doing that a long time ago, which is vain within itself. But to certain people, I probably am a 1. And then to other people's, I'm a strong 2. And then I don't think I've gone past 2.5. Too bad.
Beauty is not something that ends. It's a constant evolution.
I wanted to get a manicure today.
It's a lifelong thing that we always try to improve everything else in life. So why not ourselves? Why not the outer experience? Everyone has a hobby. My looks have become my hobby. I look to improve. I look to see what I can do better. I'm always researching new products or always asking people questions. Am I a metrosexual? Absolutely. Without a doubt. If you open up a dictionary and see metrosexual, you will see my picture like this.
I think the word metrosexual has not caught on. I think it was created to be politically correct, so you could say you were really into how you looked and make it very clear that you were not gay. So it's kind of an offensive term in some way. And I don't hear anyone using it. It's actually probably, it would be lame to talk about yourself in that way. I've never heard anyone say, I'm metrosexual.
Okay, a metrosexual is a man who thinks way too much about every little detail of his precious little being. He has this idea that his eyebrows need to be just so, they needs to be plucked and shaved everywhere.
Hi. How are you?
We're not supposed to look like we spend any appreciable time or energy on our appearance. We have to have that kind of casual, unaffected look. On the other hand, we have to be perfect.
More and more guys have begun to groom. And women have a mixed reaction. There's some types of grooming that they're okay with and even want. And there's some where it crosses a line. And I think that's what's hard for guys to know sometimes. What is the line?
See that?
Okay.
I just want to take like maybe 3 or 4 hairs out right there, right here. Just right here to give it a little bit more of an arch. Same thing right here. See these hairs growing in right here? Felt like more than 4 hairs. Yeah? Perfect.
Let's talk about the emotion of what happens to you when you don't see yourself as just about perfect. You look in the mirror, you see the difference between what you should look like and what you do look like. In that space is anxiety. In that space is, how can I make myself look like I'm supposed to look?
It's all about how you feel. It's all about how things make you feel. I mean, I think there's like a little bit of torture to being a metrosexual man.
Think about it. To keep that up, whatever you got going, you've got to spend a long time in the mirror every single day just loving you some you. That's why I hate these guys. They're narcissists.
So the reason I stare in the mirror is not because of confidence, it's because of an insecurity. I need reassurance that I do not look like what I did when I grew up, because inside I still feel like that person.
I have a consultation with Dr. Schwartz. Yeah.
Yes, what's your name, please?
When I got to the doctor's office, I wanted to find out. Again, this goes back to the constant research process. So when I got there, I've laid it out, the plethora of things that I don't like about myself, to find out his expertise, how to improve it, how to get things that I don't like about myself to change.
How you doing on this wet, rainy day?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah?
I'll be doing better if you tell me I can look better.
On the cosmetic wish list, which just gives you a spectrum of the kind of stuff we do, you've indicated that some things on your face concerning lines and wrinkles. How old are you?
35.
Okay, you look pretty darn good for 35. Let's
Thank
start
you.
there.
So I took full advantage of, or tried to take full advantage of this man's knowledge to figure it out for myself as to what I would like to do. Ultimately, I got the procedure of getting rid of my broken capillaries, which really bothered me.
You're gonna feel first hot and then cold.
Okay.
And then cold and then prickly hot.
Just like a woman.
Okay, there you go. Now we're cooking. You okay with that?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Almost done. Pick up the one over there and turn all the way to me. There you go.
I consider myself to be at step 5 of a 10-step program as far as grooming and looks are concerned. And I'm desperately looking for the 6th step because I know there is a 6th and a 7th and an 8th step out there that can make me look better.
Not bad, man. Not bad at all.
And when I look fabulous, I feel like I can open up the world.
Men do not realize how important looks are. You know, you go into a bar, we're all going for the same thing. we're looking to attract either the opposite sex, same sex, whatever you're into, you're looking to attract something.
Hi, I'm Ricky.
Hi, I'm Joanna.
Nice to meet you, Joanna. His abs are incredible.
Yeah, I would like to see them. Oh, well.
This is just insane, dude.
Oh my God!
Listen, just concentrate on me and you guys will be rock solid.
Good looking, I don't know. It's, I'm confident. Sometimes I feel good looking, sometimes I don't. But you're gonna have to ask somebody else whether I'm good looking or not, because it depends on the person that's actually looking at me that will tell you. I'm not everyone's type, I can tell you that.
The only real reason you have to make yourself look any which way is because you're making yourself look attractive to someone you want to sleep with, whether that be male or female. You're making yourself presentable in a way that you think is gonna get you sex.
I've never had a look that I've found particularly appealing, although I'm probably one of the few women in the world who thinks red-headed men are attractive.
There's a little known secret, which is the little dudes get all the
Yes.
I just love successful men that are manly.
I tend to be drawn to like bearded men in plaid shirts.
I like typical New York City guys. I mean, I would say I date very like feminine looking men, although all the men I date now hate me, so.
A real man who drinks beer, likes sports, farts, burps, all of that. That's the good stuff.
The long hair, like kind of messy ponytail is pretty hot.
I like men with tattoos. I think that it's very attractive.
Everybody wants to be sexy, and sexy means what?
There are a lot of types of guys in the world.
And if you look like you can't build a shelf, I can't sleep with you. I will the first night, but I won't call you back.
I do like to think for every guy, no matter how crazy his style is, that there is gonna be a girl for him because she's probably, you know, just has that weird sense of style as well.
Men love women, and for good biological reasons. I mean, if you fall in love with somebody and have 4 children, you live on, and your friend who doesn't fall in love and has no children dies out. So the game of love matters. Grooming is about courtship because for millions of years, courtship was essential to your survival.
I don't know. I mean, you feel like a man, right? You feel like a better man?
I feel like a relaxed, better man. Yes.
Because you're clean.
Yeah, because I'm clean and I took care. You know, I gotta polish my wife's prize. You know?
Right. Well, that's just it, right? Part of a man's job is to procreate, and who wants to procreate with a dirty man?
Right. So if you want to keep yourself like a grubby slob, you're fighting nature, dude. And nature always wins, except for against robots. But robots don't have to take care of themselves. My point is,
zombies will take you down.
Zombies are also not taking care of themselves. But us, you and me, we have the option to do that, and we did it. And you feel good, right?
I feel clean. I feel ready to
smell great.
I feel ready to procreate.
I can get rid of this beard in a second with a razor, easily. What's that? Not now. It's Marcus. It's a bird. No! Shut up!
Okay. There was probably one guy in like a regiment who had the Hitler mustache and took a lot of shit from the other dudes in the regiment, like, he's a brown noser. He's kissing Hitler's ass. And that guy was probably doing one of these things. I had this in high school, dude. I'll get out my yearbook. Hitler ripped me off.
Some people can pull off certain looks. I can't pull off a tracksuit. I could pull off a tracksuit if it was on the right guy.
I was really into a thrift store for a while, and then a friend of mine said one time, who was a little older than me, I don't want to wear pants that somebody else farted in.
There were times in my life when I was not showering. Let's put that out. Let's put that out there. There were times. I'm just not into it. But now, twice a day sometimes. I'd love for you guys to watch me shower if that's part of the documentary that you would. I mean, wasn't that the agreement we made?